Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Frank Menard here from the Menard Team Coaching and Training, powered by the Napoleon Hill Institute. Hey, I'm coming here a little bit late this week. It's been a busy week. I've been doing some traveling, but today I wanted to bring you a message about the most foundational principle that we should focus on when we're talking about personal self-development, and that would be positive mental attitude. So Napoleon Hill actually says that, as described by him, a positive mental attitude forms the bedrock of success. It not only shapes the way we perceive the world, but also influences our reactions to different types of situations. Belief in yourself, continuous learning, goal setting, and determined mindset form the pillars of a positive mental attitude. Incorporating these into your habits is the key to adopting a healthier and more successful life approach. All right, so that's direct from Dr. Napoleon Hill himself. Now, what I'm going to discuss in today's video are 20 habits that we can implement into our lives that will help us achieve a positive mental attitude, but more importantly, to be able to maintain a positive mental attitude for a long period of time. So let's go over the first five. Fostering positivity. All right. First off, start your day with gratitude. Gratitude has a profound effect on positivity. Begin each morning by acknowledging the things that you're grateful for and appreciate in your life. Number two, set a clear, attainable goals. In fact, having goals gives direction, purpose, and helps to foster a positive outlook. If you know where you're going, you feel good about yourself. Number three, keep a journal of achievements. For a long time, I didn't journal, but keeping a journal has really helped me put my thoughts down about the things that I go through each and every day as I'm pursuing my goals. So keeping kind of a track record of what I felt, what I did, how it worked, it didn't work, what did I do? What could I have done differently? All of those notes go into my journal each and every day. So journaling, if you're not journaling, I highly recommend it as a way to help you stay on track towards your goal achievement. Practice mindfulness, living in the moment, right? There's a quote out there I've heard many times, wherever you are, be there. So be intentional about where you are at this time of day, what you're doing, and just be there because that's where you are. Don't let your mind drift off into other areas, perhaps even areas of negativity. That would be the wrong thing to do. Limit your exposure to negativity. Reduce the amount of negative input that you get from the media, from your environment, from the people around you. A lot of people, all they can do is think negative thoughts and they don't focus on the positivity in life and all the things that we should be grateful for. And we don't want to get sucked into that. We don't want to get that wrapped into our mindset because remember, the conscious mind gets to block stuff out. So if you hear something in a negative manner, just block it out. Say, no, I'm going to reject that. I'm not going to accept that into my subconscious mind. Be persistent about the pursuit of your goals. Set a goal, be clear, be definite, have a deadline, and stay focused on being persistent about the achievement of that goal. Each and every day, do those tiny things that we know we need to do in order to accomplish the mission. Number seven, continuous learning. A lot of people graduate from high school or college or maybe get their PhD, and they think they're done because they've had a commencement, they've graduated, they've received the sheepskin hanging on the wall. But you know what? Think about the term commencement. When we graduate from high school, college, or after grad or pursuits, it's commencing the next chapter in your life. It's the beginning, it's not the end. So stay on track. Continuous learning is really, really important. Put positive information into your brain every single day. Number eight, network with positive people. Yeah, we talked about that earlier about your environment, right? Hang around with positive people. Positive people feed other positive people. So avoid that negativity. Hang around with people who are achieving the things that you want to achieve, have already achieved the things that you want to achieve, or they're working right along with you side by side, pursuing a certain goal. Number 10, express kindness every day. Be kind. Be nice to people. Have a pleasing personality. Walk around with a smile on your face. People are attracted by a pleasant personality. If you're kind, you will receive kindness in return. Next, Give without expecting in return. I spent a lot of time in Business Networking International, which is probably one of the largest networking groups in the world. And their mantra was givers gain. So the more you give, the more you're going to return. So whenever you give something out from a positive standpoint, it's like you're planting seeds out there for other people to be positive back to you, right? So give without expecting return. You're not doing it to get something, but you're going to get something because you're doing it. Someone once said to me one day, Frank, you're really successful at sales because you do all these things for your clients. And I said, yeah, but that's not why I do it. I do it because it's the right thing to do. And because I do that, I get more business because people refer me, right? So whatever you put out there is going to come back to you. So give without expecting a return. Let's go on to your physical body. How about regular physical exercise, right? Do you partake in a daily routine of physical exercise? Now, a lot of folks that I coach and I engage with, we start talking about this. Oh, I just don't have the time. You know what? We all have the same 24 hours a day. So being focused on good health, getting out there, moving your body. I posted something here recently that said, you know, we don't stop playing. We often stop playing because we're getting old. But the truth is, we're getting old because we stop playing, right? So get out there and have some fun, whether it's a sport like golf or softball or football, wrestling, anything that might get you out there and move the body, so to speak. And I get it, as you get a little bit older, things get a little bit more challenging. You can't do quite as much as you used to, but you can still move. And walking is one of the best exercises that we have. So why not make a plan of exercise? What I found is really helpful is I do it at the same time every single day. I have a morning routine that I guard with my life to make sure that I can give gratitude, meditate, do a little bit of learning, continuous learning, and as soon as I get done with that by 6:30, I'm up for a jog. Right? So do it at the same time of day. Keep it easy, keep it light. Doesn't have to be really, really hard physical effort. It simply needs to be movement. So get in the habit of doing that. Get adequate sleep. Oftentimes, a lot of folks, God, if I think back in my early days, I would stay up until 1, 2 in the morning, and I'd be up the next morning at like 6 or 7, and I wasn't getting enough sleep. I wasn't getting enough restoration of my body. I was pushing it too hard. And when you do that, you cause more damage than good. So get yourself on a decent schedule. Personally, I go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock at the latest almost every night, and I'm usually up around 4:30 in the morning, and I'm going through my morning routine, right? So make sure you get enough sleep. Number 14, let's limit alcohol and avoid drugs. What? Any type of substance. And it could be alcohol, it could be sugar, it could be drugs. Avoid that stuff. All you're doing, it's a bad habit, right? And all you're doing is damaging your body, and you're not giving it the ability to use all the energy inside to recuperate while you're sleeping. You're too busy dealing with all that other stuff, right? So limit alcohol and avoid drugs. This one was tough for me. Number 15, practice patience. Be patient. I remember my mother telling me many, many years ago that I didn't get patience when I was born. I wanted everything right now, and nothing was going to stop me. And it caused me to be very aggressive at trying to achieve the things that I wanted. And when I didn't get what I wanted in the time frame that I wanted it, I would get really frustrated, and that caused stress. And that frustration, that stress simply is not good for us. Be patient. Be patient and have faith in the fact that if you simply do the things you know you need to do, you're going to get the result that you want. So practice patience. Number 16, seek constructive criticism. One of the six common fears is the fear of criticism. And I just did a book study and we talked about this last night. So fear of criticism is because we receive it as negative. And to be quite honest with you, sometimes it's presented to us as negative, right? The way that people say it to us. But all criticism can be constructive if we receive it in the proper way. So whether it's presented in a negative manner or in a positive manner, receive it with the mindset, okay, so that was good feedback. Do I want to do anything about it? And if so, what should I do about it? And then take positive corrective action if you deem that that's necessary, right? So don't take it personal. Take it as constructive. This is somebody sharing with me something that I can be doing differently. Number 17, avoid gossip. Stop talking about other people, right? And you know what? What other people say behind your back is none of your business, right? So at the end of the day, if you can't say anything, boy, this goes back to my mother again. If you can't say something positive or something good about someone, then don't say anything at all, right? So don't get engaged, don't get involved with common gossip. It's not worth it. 18, practice forgiveness. We all make mistakes. We all do inappropriate things or say inappropriate things. You know, start with forgiveness. Now, if they give you reason to question character and other things in life, then well, then maybe they deserve it. But open it up with forgiveness and give them the opportunity. John Maxwell, one of my mentors, says, you know, every time he meets somebody new, he visions the number 10 right on their forehead. And that means he's giving them a grade of 1 to 10. He's giving them a 10 to start with. And then they can work down from there. Let them do that. But we start with forgiveness and gratefulness for the relationship. Number 19, take responsibility for your actions. Hey, if you did it, own it, right? There's no need to avoid it. Just accept it. I've made mistakes in my life, and I've at times not taken responsibility. And when I didn't take responsibility, that meant I was pointing it at someone else, and that's not the right thing to do. And every time I pointed blame somewhere else, it came back to hurt me. So at the end of the day, if you make a mistake, own it, say you're sorry, and move on. You know, Dr. Joe Vitale teaches Ho'oponopono, and basically what it is a short prayer. So if you've done something wrong, say you're sorry to the person that it may have harmed, and then say to yourself, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you, and thank you. You're just giving grace to yourself. We all make mistakes. All right, own it. Don't live it. And last but not least, number 20, celebrate the success of other people. You know, oftentimes we're so focused on our own personal achievement that we fail to acknowledge the personal achievement and success of those around us. If they're succeeding, smile, give them a handshake, throw them a party, you know, celebrate their success. Yours is coming. And the more you celebrate the success of others, the faster yours is going to come as well. So, hey, look, I hope these 20 thoughts on creating a positive mental attitude will be helpful to you to create that sense of peace within yourself. Because that's what positive mental attitude is. It gives us peace, right? Peace of mind. And just live your life from a positive perspective, move forward, be kind, help other people. And as my friend Zig says, Zig Ziglar, we help enough other people get what they want, we'll achieve everything that we want. It's not a competition. Guys, I hope this message resonates with you really, really well today. If you know somebody who could use this message, maybe needs a little bit of an attitude adjustment, then please share it with them. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you'll get a positive video recording each and every week to help you be the best that you can be. All right? Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your week. Talk to you soon.